What are you eating?
You know what? I'm eating a hot dog. Fancy food for a vegetarian.
Oh, you're a vegetarian?
Yes.
So how do you say no?
Because I'm starving, and I keep smelling these hot dogs all over Amsterdam, and I smelled them in Sweden and in Oslo where we were before. And, I'm ashamed. I'm really ashamed of myself. But on the one hand, I've got this kind of disgusting cucumber-looking cheese thing in one hand, and a delicious smelling hot dog, which doesn't even taste like meat. It tastes like You should have better riders there. They should serve you much more distinguished food or something. Oh no, this is what we eat. Seriously, things in little plastic boxes.
Really?
With that have been made hours ago. I'm serious. This is what you eat when you're on the road.
So how do you feel at the end of the day or in the morning when you ate all this stuff?
Well, what you do is what I'm doing with my hot dog, right? So I only eat a little bit of the bread because that's what makes you feel terrible.
I pity you. Okay.
Don't pity me, please. Believe me, I eat very well, and that's one of my weaknesses is food. I will eat and eat and eat. Thank God I'm on the road, otherwise I'd be so fat.
Yeah, well, you are not looking fat. You had a chaotic day today with Paul de Leeuw and the show. Did you like it to be there in there?
I loved it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really, really liked it. Last time I was on television in Holland was on Jensen.
Oh my God. That's not always a pleasure for artists.
Oh, he was nice to me.
Yeah?
Gave me a glass of champagne.
Okay.
It meant that I messed up my song. But...
Okay, well, Life in Cartoon Motion was a huge success. Do you think you passed the hype by now?
I don't know. I that's for you to tell me, and for me to not listen to.
You don't know that you were the middle of a hype or something, that people write about you, that you're the biggest thing to hit pop for a generation.
What do they say now?
I don't know. I don't read all this stuff.
Oh, okay.
Do you read?
No.
No. Okay.
No, I don't that much. I try not to. But you have to be disciplined. You have to say, I'm not going to read the bad or the good. Because the good can be as destructive as the bad.
So you better not.
I look at the pictures.
You look at the pictures.
Yes, always.
Okay. You're 26. You're MIKA for 24 hours a day. So how is Michael Penniman doing?
Oh, I've never met him. I was never Michael Penniman. I was always me. And because Michael Penniman is my father, and I knew that I didn't want. I didn't want to go to an office in the morning.
He was a banker.
He was in finance, yeah.
He is still.
Not so much, but he was. But then again, everyone thinks, if he was in finance, we were so rich. We were rich sometimes. Believe me, when I first grew up, we had lots of money. We had 2 cleaners and a beautiful apartment in Paris, and then we lost everything. Everything.
That was when the Gulf War was there, and your father was at the embassy for 7 months or so.
Yes, and then we moved over to London. We lived out of a little bed and breakfast for about a year, and all these things. So I went from having everything to having starting from nothing as a family, and I think that was actually one of the healthiest things that ever happened to us, because we realized, we learned what reality was. And I started doing music because it was a way of me making another reality, and that's where
you build your future, of course. Then, yeah.
But it wasn't. I didn't do it in terms of. To me, it was never about building my future in a kind of commercial sense. I never said to myself, maybe I'll be famous. I said to myself, although my mother did. My mother used to say to me that I'd either be famous or in prison. Yeah. She was convinced.
What role does your father play in your music?
He was always very supportive.
And now?
Still very, very supportive.
Do you contact him? What does he think about your success?
They're still married.
Yeah.
And he's very proud.
Not with your mother, but...
Yes, no, with my mother.
Oh, okay.
Everyone always thinks that they're separated, but...
Well, you seem surrounded by women. Your mother does your wardrobe, you have your sisters and your aunts.
I'm so surrounded by women sometimes that I want to run away up a mountain and throw things at my sisters. I mean, I've always been surrounded by women. So it drives you crazy.
When do you see the men then?
Hence, Blame It on the Girls, the song from and the men. There's not enough men in my team, I've got to say. Even my manager, who's over there, who's very straight.
And your brother?
My brother works all the time. He's an architect. He's a studying architect. But even my manager, who's like, you know, a very happily married man, is, you know, he's far too kind of well groomed.
So, okay, your new tour will be with a Waholian factory atmosphere. Did I read that right? What do you mean by that? And how is your show going to look like in that respect?
Oh, no, that was the old shows that we were doing.
Okay, so what's the new show going to be?
The shows that we're doing in America are that kind of Warholian art factory, you know, where anything is possible. But the new shows, the big show that's coming back to the Heineken Hall and stuff is, I'm not going to say yet. It's a surprise.
Okay, good.
But it is an experience. I mean, the show starts from when you walk into the venue. That's my intention. I always start all my production meetings with, you walk in and then... You know, it's not like, oh, we sing this song. It's like, it's an experience from the time you walk in to the time you go home. Yeah,
that's what makes you great. I think if you talk to the audience, then if you're in Sweden, you talk Swedish. If you're in German, you seem to speak German. And in Holland, you also seem to know how the language is. Who teaches you and who does that? Or do you write it down? Or?
I learn a lot of the lines and stuff, and I try and figure out roughly what I want to say, and I learn the key words. But often it's the people in the front of the row that are correcting me, and I copy what they say and I say it to the audience, which is very dangerous because sometimes I don't know what I'm saying, but I'd like to take the risk. Even if I'm saying I'm the biggest idiot in the world and you're all stupid for seeing me, at least I said it in Dutch.
Do you know what's here?
This is the podcast with MIKA.
Okay, sorry. Just is the bread and the interview at the same time?
Ja. Hot dog gate. Dit was de podcast met MIKA. Tot volgend jaar in Amsterdam.
I think it's great. Okay.
How do you really say it?
Dit was de podcast met MIKA. Tot volgend jaar in Amsterdam.
Dit was de podcast met MIKA. Tot volgend jaar in Amsterdam.
Thank you very much.
It's cool.
Have fun. Thank you.
Thank you.